Long words. They're really cool. But what's the best long word? Now, if you don't know much about long words, you probably said nummuloultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis because it's the longest word. If you're cultured, you probably said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Or if you're funny, you probably said Hippomonster Stofta Questphiliata. I forgot how to say that one. Sorry, my bad. Which means a fear of long words. Classic. Then of course you've got anti-disestablishmentarianism, which could just be shortened to establishmentarianism because anti and dis cancel each other out, so yeah. But the best long word is undoubtedly one you've never heard of. Let me introduce you to pro, pre, anti, penultimate. Now, that probably sounds weird, and that's because it's a pretty strange word, and in order to understand it, you have to understand that this word is a compound of a compound of a compound of a compound of a word whose meaning is completely misunderstood. You probably know what ultimate means, right? I mean, it means like all powerful or the strongest, right? No, you're wrong. It means the last. And it kind of got insinuated with the strongest because the final boss ends up being the last boss, the strongest boss. It's the ultimate boss, But ultimate's real definition is just the last in a series. It doesn't matter how strong or weak that thing is. It's the ultimate thing because it's the last, step. So naturally, if you have a word to talk about the last of something, you should also have a word to talk about the second last of something. And there is a word, and you may have heard of it. It's called penultimate. Now, you can actually see the ultimate in that statement, but that pen makes it the second last word. So, then what would come before penultimate? What would be the third last word? Well, it's anti-penultimate. Now, you probably haven't heard of that word. In fact, I only heard of that word on a niche wiki. Like a really niche wiki. So, yeah. But that's not where this ends, alright? Because the fourth last also has a word. And it's pre-anti-penultimate. And we're starting to get pretty long here. That is about 18 letters. So, that's long. But there's one more for fifth last. And that's pro, pre, anti-penultimate. It's easily the best word. So why am I talking about this now on a channel that's supposed to be about gaming? Well, because this video is the pro, pre, anti-penultimate video. Which means, yeah, this is the fifth last video. There's only going to be 4 other videos. And then this series is over. So, yeah. Get excited, I guess. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about what is easily the best long word that you have easily never heard of. So, yeah. That's about it. So anyway, subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you later.